Welcome back to Morning Live. Indoni SA is a behavioural change and skills development program based on African culture and heritage. Together with the National House of Traditional Leaders, the Indoni Miss Culture event focuses on girls from the ages of 12 to 25 years. The contestants are invited from different cultural groups such as AmaMpondo, AmaXhosa, AbaThembu, AmaZulu, AMaVhenda, AbaTswana, Koisans, amongst others. Well, today the program will host a Heritage Day banquet where this year's finalists will be unveiled. To tell us more, we are joined by Dr Nomcebo Mthembu. She is the Indoni SA CEO. Very good morning, Doctor, and thank you so much for making the time to come on the show today. Talk to us about where this concept originates and what the inspiration behind it was.
Thank you very much for having me. Yes, Indoni, my heritage, my pride. It's exactly that. It's about honoring our heritage and teaching young people just to be proud in who they are, their heritage, and mainly their identity. You will remember that, you know, as South Africa, we've got a rich history. And part of that history is the fact that, you know, our cultures have been previously, you know, attacked and denigrated because of apartheid and colonialism. So what that did is it created an atmosphere where other cultures were deemed superior than others. And there was demarcation within cultures. I mean, you know, if you're Zulu and you're Xhosa, there's always just been a rife that you actually don't know where it's actually coming from. Or other cultures or are seen, you know, as being little, you know, to other cultures. So Indoni has actually been at work to reincarnate that African spirit, that Ubuntu, that oneness that unites us all as Africans, but more just to bring a positive image and identity to our cultures, teaching young people to be proud in who they are, in their identity. But not only that, we also say how can we use our identity and our cultures to address the social ills in South Africa. Because truth be told, you know, in South Africa, whether you're thinking of teen pregnancy, whether you're thinking of crime or unemployment, it is the young black person that you actually have in mind. So as Indoni, we did a lot of research to say, how do we positively influence the South African nation using the young people, teaching them through their culture. What about culture is important that we need to transcend and to pass on to our young people so that it actually has a positive behavior or changes their behavior if they had a negative behavior, so that there's actually a positive impact in society, but using culture and identity as a tool to do that.
Now, Dr. Indoni goes to all 9 provinces to try and invite girls and make sure that they are part of this process. Tell us how it unfolds.
Yes, it is boys and girls. So I know because of the pageant, we have the Indoni Miss Cultural SA. People think it's only about girls, but the boys as well. So what happens, we have culture schools in every province, you know, in all the provinces, basically 12 culture schools, because some provinces have got more than one culture, so we end up having more than one culture school in that province. So from those different cultures, we then choose a boy and a girl who best represent that culture. For example, we'll choose an Indoni, a girl for the Zulus, an Indoni, a boy for the Zulus as well, etc., etc. So from those 24, because we've got 12 different cultures, including the Koisans, we then have the Indoni Miss Cultural SA. So everything at the beginning of the year, from the beginning, right up until end of June holidays, which is actually in July, that is when we're having the Indoni culture schools within the provinces. So that, you know, the first grounding foundation is first know yourself. Before we can teach a Tsonga about Ndebele, first know about the Tsonga cultures. What do they eat? What do they dress? What's the behaviors? What are the cultures in the Tsonga culture, for example? Because then that way, we shouldn't be mistaken by taking other identities as our own. If you know yourself, then you're not intimidated by another culture. You know, you're not distracted by another culture. You are proud in who you are, and you're able to embrace the next culture. So, which is what we actually do for the half of the year. From now on, for example, from today, we are now launching these finalists who will be part of the Indoni Miss Cultural SA. But you'll remember, these finalists have actually been through the culture schools. So it's not just anybody who comes in and they're part of our pageant. It's people that we know, we have taught, and they know the culture, they know the heritage, and they know the history of their culture. And as such, they best represent that culture that they are representing.
Doctor, thank you very much. Unfortunately, we are out of time, and that's where we'll leave it for today. There you have it. We were speaking to us about the Indoni contest was the program's CEO, Dr Nomcebo Mthembu.